Val,
Hi.
what is a rumor that has spread among the Catechin streets?
About her?
About anything or anyone that may or may not be true?
Wait, Hold on.
You don't have to look stuff up, you can just make something up.
No, it's okay. Noble and aristocratic families are just as likely to have secrets as any other normal family would, if not likely to have even more buried beneath the carefully crafted exteriors and outward personas of their family's prestige and notoriety. And while they may be new to the life of aristocracy, new money families often have just as many secrets surrounding their rise into notoriety. After all, the means of rising to power are often not as clean as the public would like to believe. Take the family of Lior, for example. The means of their ascent into aristocracy has been kept very tightly under wraps, but they are tied more closely to the conductor of the opera house than most would expect or understand.
What an interesting rumor.
Mm-hmm.
The gang goes to college.
Yay!
I'm just imagining the It's Always Sunny music.
We need to finish the university AU for us.
Yes.
So, let's see. The observatory itself.
Ooh.
Ooh, pretty.
The halls of the observatory. Alright. First things first. Do any of you have any connection there? As entering the grounds of the observatory, when it is not open to the public, we will need some sort of identification or writ or an invitation of some sort.
Sir Hilary is an adjunct professor there.
Ah, Professor Hilary, it's wonderful to see. Are you giving any more talks?
Oh well, I'm thinking of doing one. Yes, I need to do some work here at the library, the observatory first.
I take it these are some individuals you're interviewing.
My assistants also have some of their own projects to do under my, of course, my supervision, and because they're interested in some advanced degrees.
Of course. Good luck to them. And the gates are open, and you guys can head inside. You can head to the library. You can head to the lecture halls. You can head to the observatory tower.
Ooh.
And you can head to the city archives.
Okay. I first want to look for the botanical garden.
There is a botanical... Indeed, there is.
And find the herb that was mentioned by Imparte.
All right.
And harvest some.
Anyone going with Hilary to the botanical gardens?
I think Ambrose might go with him. He's not particularly interested in the rest of it. But there's herbs.
All right.
Herbs.
As you head to the garden, basically think about like a hedge maze greenhouse, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
Like it is in order to make the space as compact as possible, they wind it curling around, but basically one end of this space-filling curve greenhouse is kept very, very warm. It has certain populations of plants that intermingle with each other, certain funguses, certain kinds of soils, and it works its way around through the curve that corners back and forth in this space, going from biome to biome to biome in a smooth transition.
Wow. Okay,
So
is there someone in charge who can assist me in finding the herbs, the specific herb I'm looking for?
Make a fortune roll.
A fortune roll. All right. My first roll. All right, fortune, and it is a 24. I got tit. I go tit.
You got it. That was me to Lex. You go, Tit.
Yeah, that's exactly how I read that.
I find something. Was there any directions to the
There-
harvest that I received, or did I just
No. This is you did in fact find someone, and she can help you. I'm just grabbing a picture real quick.
Okay. That was just to find somebody.
Yeah.
Find the herb.
Do.
Do. That's right.
Here we go. Yeah, this is a really good picture. Sir Haggard!
Yeah.
Catherine Haskell.
So, have we met before?
You have, in fact. You have liaisoned with her when you returned with some samples
Ah.
from far-off places.
Right, and I presume the herb I'm looking for is from from South Endara.
It is from South Endara. Not one you recovered, but if anyone would know, she would know.
I explained that I'm looking for a particular herb from South Endara. I describe it, what I'm looking for, and do we have one in the collection?
Well, let's go and find out, shall we? By the way, it's Dr. Haskell now, thanks in part to you.
Well, congratulations. Well deserved. Well deserved.
She brings you walking through the winding halls of the greenhouse. Ambrose. You walk along behind them, and as the two of them are catching back up, make an endurance roll for me.
Oh no. Something like catnip for wolves?
Yeah, wolfsbane. He just collapses and bleeds out. That will be a 10.
Well, this is gonna be like a whole ooh, what could it be? Ooh, no, it's literally there's literally reeds of wolfsbane growing through one of the sections, and you literally start coughing and wheezing.
Not good.
Roll a d4 for me.
That is a 3.
Okay. Catherine Are you alright? Are you allergic to something here?
Oh, probably something. Not sure what. It's fine. Ignore me. I'm sure it'll go away.
We'll take a shortcut out of this place, and she crosses one of the. She opens one of the doors and crosses over, one of the next sectors. You go down 3. You lose 3 points of brawn and go down 3 on the condition track, and then you go back up as you leave.
Oh. Thank fuck.
But congratulations, you found a new poison just for Ambrose.
Great. Fucking great.
Now, here we are, she says.
Ah,
There are electric coils running down close to the ground that are red that provide heat to this place,
no, of
and
course.
pipes that run up along the seams of the greenhouse glasses and spritz mist every now and then as you are in the middle of the Indarin rainforest section.
Ah, does this bring back memories?
Look here, she says. This one should
Oh.
bring back memories.
Yes.
She brings you to a tree. A sapling, but has clearly grown very quickly, as this is from one of the seed pods that you brought back.
Oh my, look at this. It's been only 10 years. That's amazing.
Apparently, when competition is fierce on the jungle floor, they get up and grow quickly.
Ah.
Now.
Interesting hypothesis. Is that your doctorate?
Indeed it was.
Ah,
When there are more opponents, competition is more fierce.
yes. Makes sense. So, fits into that gentleman, Darwin, his hypothesis concerning evolution.
Oh, posh is... Who believes such things? She brings you to a set of, sample drawers. Now, this herb you're talking about, we don't have... I remember something along the lines of... She begins opening different drawers, and you find, samples taken and preserved in glass.
Oh.
In these different drawers. Our collection of specimens is far more extensive than our living. We would have to... Aha! She pulls out a drawer and you see a sketch drawing exactly of the one you're looking for.
Oh my, look at this. Who drew this?
That would be one of our field artists,
Ah, okay.
Andrews. But
Yes, because this is precisely what I'm looking for here.
she shows you the drawer. It's empty.
Oh.
Apparently, it has been sighted, but never recovered.
Yes. That was my concern also. It may not keep well on the journey back from South Indara.
We do, however. She takes a look at the back of the drawing and the notation. Have a location.
Oh. And where is it?
Temple. On the borderlands.
In Indara?
Yes.
Okay. Am I looking at a field trip then to South Indara?
There is, in fact, that is at the outskirts of civilization, and she informs you, oh, look, we actually have an expedition
Oh,
there right now.
I see.
Well out of touch with them, but we do fly supplies into them every now and then by airship.
Ah, well, perhaps I might stow away on one of these resupplies.
Of course. We'll set it up.
Wonderful. The memories come rushing back.
It might be a little while before our next resupply, but we can get you out there.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Indeed, I have a airship Indarin expedition field trip planned.
Could I bring along an assistant also?
Bring along whoever you like. Most of the airship is largely funded by donations, and it is spacious, as we don't have to send much cargo to a single team.
Yes. It's quite a bit of resources then to resupply. That's must be, say, a generous donor then.
Indeed, you may know them.
Oh?
The Long Line Rail and Mine Company is very eager to have all the more academic footholds in the place.
Yes. Yes, I did encourage that a bit, didn't I?
Just a little. Now, is there anything else I can help you with? Anything I can point you in the direction of?
Do we have anything concerning the chemical composition of this herb?
Unfortunately, without a specimen sample that's been properly preserved.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, did anybody do any type of assay on it to determine what it was composed of? And perhaps there might be a synthetic substitute.
I doubt it.
Hmm.
You would have to check with the herb's discoverer, Dr.
Oh.
Andrews, who is currently on expedition.
Yes, you mentioned that. So on the resupply, I might spend some time with Dr. Andrews and chat a bit. That would be a fascinating journey. Well, thank you so much for your time here. Trying to think of anything else I might need. Is there anything I recall about my escape from South Endara and what herbs or plant life assisted me in that journey? As a
You do have some knowledge about what is edible.
okay, I'm thinking of poisons. I'm thinking of some type of
Make a nature roll.
Make a nature roll. All right. Okay, gotta go back to my sheet. Nature coming up. Nature is a. Still waiting. Oh, I rolled a 1 for a 7. I'm going to try luck or fortune.
All right.
I can't get. It's impossible for me to get lower, so I can't have a crit fail. And it's another 24. How about that?
All right. By pure happenstance, while you were on expedition down there and on your way back, most poisons don't do well on bullets, as you might imagine.
Right. Well, that was. I think there was some hope by the military of the frog poison that was used by the natives. What that might have some. What's the word I'm looking for? Some value in national security, and I imagine they were working on some means of attaching it to create a ceramic or something that might be used in bullets. Or
Ooh, I like the idea of a ceramic. That one's. You just made a new item in my head. That's a new. But as for regular bullets, far less. However, there is one. Basically an underbark of a tree that is designed to protect the tree from being eaten by some of the big herbivores. Normally, it is like an irritant.
Mm-hmm.
However, when charred, that even just little specks of hardwood flakes can become far more potent when introduced directly into the bloodstream.
I see. Do we have any...
Sap from this tree coated onto a bullet is one of the few poisons that bullets can like regular bullets can actually administer.
Do we have some of this underbark? This is coming to like a
indeed, there is a familiar tree that some seed pods you brought back.
Good.
They are currently doing some, they are harvesting some of it for, to examine its alchemic properties.
Is it possible to get a sample of that?
It produces far too much for us to use anyway.
Excellent. I will carefully collect some samples and place them into. I would imagine I would try and place them into some type of rubber or something like that. I don't know if rubber is relatively tropical. I would think that would be better than a burlap bag.
All right.
Metal.
You can get a flask worth of this, which has 5 doses.
Okay, great. Oh, don't have to do any work. Great. Flask 5 doses of poison. What does it do?
Scour bark poison.
Scour bark poison. All right. What does scour bark poison do?
Scour bark makes it so that It is basically a 1d4 condition track poison and a 1d4 brawn poison.
Okay, so it is a weapon?
A gear.
Gear. And it is... What do I call it? Is there anything that exists so far, or do we have to grade something? Oh, Vigor Tonic Potion, no? Vigor Medicine, Vigor Elixir, Essence, what? Essence Elixir?
Poison works.
Where's poison?
You just name it how you will. Scour bark poison.
Scour back poison.
Bark. Like the bark of a tree.
Scour bark, not back. Bark. Scour bark, poison, and does 1d4 brawn. And what else?
And 1d4 condition.
And 1d4 condition. Spell condition correctly is a part of my problem here. Okay,
right.
And it did not include anything. It did not.
Remember to put your the weight.
Well, when I typed in Scarback poison and nothing happened.
Let's see. Where are you?
Yes, I agree. Where are you?
Hilary. Alright, where are you putting it in?
I was typing at the top under gear number. Actually, have 4 there.
Oh. So. Okay, it's not in the system. You have to add it yourself down here at the bottom.
Oh.
Or you can add it in the new stuff.
Okay, so I just type at the bottom gear 4 poison Gower bark.
Gotcha.
Gower bark 1d4 brawn and 1d4 condition. Is there a weight of 0.1? 0.1?
Yep.
And a glint cost, if any? I don't know.
Hold on. I am putting it in here. Okay. Alright. Feats, inventory. So, here. Now I'm going to scour bark. Whoops. My bad. Oh, no. Why is that not? Oh, it's because I have to do this. To all.
I thought my flask contains 4 dosage, which have been burned or heated in order to actually become.
So they get heated when you shoot the gun.
Ah, okay. So the friction going through the barrel creates the heat.
Yep. All right.
Oh. I haven't paid attention to my inventory in a while. I have interesting things.
Hold on, I'm gonna just do this real quick. Number 4. Huh. There we go. All right. Good. All right. Ambrose,
Yeah.
are you interested in chewing on anything?
What is the most brightly coloured thing here?
Oh no.
There is. You think it's a bug at first.
Oh.
But flitting and buzzing between some of the tree flowers, an iridescent gold and green creature catches your eye. And it stops and hovers right in front of you just long enough for you to ascertain that this is a bird smaller than you've ever seen.
Oh. Hilary,
Yeah.
any idea what that is?
I asked our guide, can you tell me what this very small bird is?
That is the umber-throated hoverfinch, a hummingbird.
Umber-throated- Really? I must have been in too much of a hurry to spend any time looking for small things like that.
They are usually quite skittish in the wild, but here they've gotten rather used to us.
Oh, how fascinating. And what do they eat? Insects?
They eat nectar,
Nectar, huh?
twice their body weight every day.
Really? That's because of their, they must be wing flapping must be quite rigorous.
Indeed, I'll set you up with one of our researchers who's been looking into it. Ambrose, this hummingbird, as you step a little bit closer and you get a little bit too close to its flowers, and it, comes after you hey! It cheeps at you, unafraid of you.
Oh,
Ooh.
rather rambunctious little creature, actually. Doesn't seem to quite understand size.
No. It has its own perceptions of what will happen that may differ from reality.
And what do they taste like if they only eat nectar?
I wouldn't know. These are rare specimens.
You're telling me you seriously have a specimen, you haven't tasted it?
Hilary, intuition.
Oh boy. Okay, I got the where'd my sheet go? I lost it. There it is. All right, intuition. I have to go back to the first page. Intuition. Initiative. Intuition. There we go. Yeah, all right. It's a 8.
Well, he's asking about whether or not they're tasty.
Yes, he is.
And well, if it only eats nectar, it probably... But then again, perhaps how it's metabolized, and you're certainly not going to get much meat on that, and you're, actually seriously considering this and working this out. Well, I'm glad that all of you, says Catherine, I'm glad that all of you have gotten what you're looking for, she says, eyeing Ambrose suspiciously.
He's eyeing the bird.
Did you need anything from the archive or the library?
I do. I'm doing some research on a sigil ring I found recently in a dig, and I want to get more information about it.
Well, you can consult with the clerics.
Ah.
They're likely to have something if it has anything to do with our histories.
All right. Well, well, thank you for your help here. I'll make my way to the archives and see if I can find some information about the signet ring I have here.
Of course.
Ambrose, are you going to stay, or you want to come with me?
I want to look at the birds a little more.
We have work to do, she says, pushing you both out.
Oh. Okay.
She does not want you to eat the birds.
I wasn't going to eat them much.
You start wheezing near the wolfsbane, and the first thing you ask about their rare birds is are they yummy?
You seriously tell me that they haven't tried?
Yes, they are very rare specimens. Their value is
from
much more.
halfway across the world in
I
a
hear you,
dense
and I raise
jungle.
you the dodo.
Listen, the dodo was not rare when they found it.
Yes, it was quite common.
But it became rare.
It's like the passenger pigeon, which used to be the most plentiful
Like the most common bird.
in the United States, and then they all were killed, and so eventually the last one died. But yeah, that's what happens. And that was done at a time when people did not care about what they did to specimens. This place here, the people who are going to the jungle do care about preserving it. We have not gotten to harvesting commercially yet, or we're just starting to, I think.
Yeah, and if it was not a hummingbird, then you might be onto something.
That's right. Now, there's a large bird that could be served at Thanksgiving or Christmas or midwinter's night.
Have you ever heard of a turducken?
Theo,
Yes.
Cece,
Hello.
what are you two up to?
I think I'd be headed for the. They have a library, right?
They do. This place is largely a library.
Yeah. Second, I'm just having a look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think library for Theo anyway. For now.
She's gonna follow him, but she's oddly subdued compared to how she normally is. She's been keeping her head down pretty much the entire time that you guys have been there. And she's just kind of following you.
He looked back at her. Are you well?
I'm fine.
Sure, you seem a little withdrawn. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I just hope you're okay.
I'll be okay.
Good. Now where's that library?
Right where you
Do
left
I
it,
remember?
Cece.
Yep, I knew it.
Oh my
It's,
god, it was this way!
It's this way. And she's gonna kind of start leading in the direction of the library.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Val, but has she ever mentioned her links to the observatory before?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Just noting that. He'll look a little bit perplexed, but he'll follow anyway.
Alright. What are you looking to look up?
Yeah, I've already said stuff about Mind Springs. But he's wanting to be subtle.
Okay.
He doesn't want to raise any alarms. So he probably do that thing, like when you read over a book by hiding it with another book. Like, I think he'd go around and start collecting books and get them in a little pile on a table and then start looking through them, but he'll kind of use one book to mask the other.
Alright. Cece, he begins looking through sections that you know well.
Oh dear.
What were you looking for?
Just general knowledge, really. And he's avoiding her gaze.
Well, I know these shelves relatively well, so maybe I could help.
Both of you make either fortune or perception rolls.
Okay.
Cece, you have advantage.
Okay. Fortune or perception. Okay. Oh, that's bad either way. That's an 8 on perception.
Okay.
It's a 26 perception.
Theo, you come down with this big pile of books, and I don't even really know where to start with these. It's everything. There's a lot of just mechanical knowledge here, but you're not like it all speaks. Sort of anything that's even remotely close to what you're looking for speaks sort of sideways about it, like it's kind of almost taboo, or maybe it's just referencing research materials that you haven't found and everything like that. And then Cece just sets down a single book, just we just add this to the pile, yada yada, and you pick that up, and it's exactly what you're looking for.
You quickly realizing that the jig is definitely up. You don't mind if I read about this, do you?
No. Anyone else I probably would, but it's you, so.
If if he was a teenage girl, he'd be like tucking his hair behind his ear right now.
If
Okay. He'll smile at that. If it makes you uncomfortable, I don't have to. You know me, I like to learn when I can.
It's okay, Mouse.
1 second, I'm really sorry. I need to plug in my laptop. It's dying. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna crack this bad boy open. What do I learn?
all right. First thing you note as you crack open the book is that this book was misfiled a long time ago. It is supposed to be in a far more restricted section. And yet, someone, perhaps the last person to check it out some time ago, misfiled it somewhere discreetly, somewhere that it would not be found.
Can I look at who last took out the book? Whose name is it? Who is it? What is it?
Celestine?
Of course. That was me, by the way, not Theo. He won't
Alright.
say anything right now, but yeah.
First things first. Make
The rudest.
a Arcana or Mechanics roll, your choice.
Arcana or Mechanics. Okay, my Arcana is better. That is a dirty stinky 20.
Alright, that counts as a 27 when reading this book.
Whoa!
For the purposes of this knowledge.
Nice.
Mind springs. Mind springs come from cosmos. Cosmos is the arcane plane.
I am
There were-
writing down some, yeah.
There were entities that long ago, the inexorable ones, so-called, veiled spirits that came, like angels or devils, as figures of law and order and structure. It is said that they have twice appeared in history. Once to gift mankind with the word, like the concept of words. And secondly, so the story goes, when they came to take them back.
Is this like written as gospel, or is it like a? It is believed that.
It is written as, these are the stories.
Okay.
We understand that there are actual veiled spirits called inexorables. We understand that they have within them mind springs. And we understand that that is where these mind springs came from. They can be summoned or contacted or, reached out to just like any other veiled spirit. Doing so is illegal.
Okay.
Also, it is oftentimes not productive, as they're not exactly compelled to do what you say. They have their own laws and rules that are written into their very essence. It is said by some that everything that an inexorable will ever do is written in order in it. That they are closer to player pianos than to people.
So I've got that clear. These inexorable ones, they have the knowledge of the mind spring within the mind spring, but only they can access that.
So, as for what a mind spring is, okay? The book talks a lot more about what it does. It is a source of perpetual energy, and B, a source of reasoning and or computation. It is a mind in its own right. It also can receive information through mechanical means. And you learn a little bit of something about just an introductory to inertia. Inertia in this setting can carry data based on its purity. In this setting, there is a way to, if I turn a gear, and that gear turns a gear, and that gear turns a gear, and that gear turns a gear, for it to then turn something that can make perceptions about information that I put in with the first turning. Basically, mechanical energy can also carry data.
Okay, yep. That's cool. That's mad cool.
And mind springs output the highest purity of inertia that can carry the most data.
Right, okay. Nice. Okay, cool. I've got that.
Also, how new mind springs are made.
Okay. Okay.
They cannot be built, as if you attempt to crack one open and look inside, you will find fractal gears that get smaller and smaller beyond the point of our ability to manufacture, well beyond that point. Cracking open a mind spring is like opening up a ball of gears and dust. So how they are made is when a mind spring is implanted, it is placed either replaces the heart or one of the lobes of the brain.
Wow. That's so funny.
I had to.
I'm in the middle of my notes and I just look up. I just hear the look up. Aww.
Then-
part of the brain. Okay.
Any injury that the body sustains will, instead of utilizing the body's own repair systems, will utilize the mind springs. And in this way, the body will, with time and age, slowly become more and more mechanical. Eventually, a reconstructed individual transforms into a clockman, so called by the populace, when at last, whatever was not replaced, either their heart or their brain, is replaced by a mind spring. It grows a new one. So, for every one implanted mind spring, it grows another one.
Yeah.
And this is how mind springs are propagated. It is also understood that once the other, either the heart or the brain, once both have been fully replaced with mind springs, that they no longer have true will. They just have memory and logic.
Bear with me 1 sec. I have questions, but yeah, I'm just.
Not the best prognosis, isn't it?
Give me a sec. Oh, is it okay? Before he opens up that conversation with her, I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure I know what the answer to this is, but is there any mention of mind springs being able to be altered in any way, whether that's mechanical, magically?
There are... So, kind of.
I'm happy to roll for it if you want me to, because I get that's a big ask.
No. It's what would be in the book. So, the first things first, removal of a mind spring is possible.
Okay.
It is much more difficult in the early stages, or in the later stages. It is easier earlier on. Okay. Once the mechanical systems have replaced enough of the surrounding injury for which the mind spring was installed, it is possible, though very risky, to create mechanical substitutes, typically for the heart, and remove the mind spring then. Even masters of this procedure have less than a 50% success rate.
Yeesh.
And it gets more difficult the longer it's been in and the more traumatic injuries that have been sustained.
What was it?
Though
that
it
you
is
said
suspected,
would
never
replace
technically
it?
impossible.
Because I'm just catching up. What was it you said that would replace it?
Mechanical structures. So
Okay.
basically, we make a substitute heart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I thought, but I just want to make sure. Cool. I mean, not cool. Not cool!
As for the main thing that it talks about is utilizing mind springs in various capacities. Their ability to be used in mechanical capacities is well documented. They are sources of perpetual motion and extremely high purity inertia. They can drive large machinery. They can even drive machinery that takes in information and makes, conditional decisions based on that information, i.e., calculation. They are extremely useful in those regards. The magical uses of mind springs are likely to be many, but have not been well researched, as so far what has been found is there are other ways to do it, and the demand for mechanical uses for mind springs is high.
If only there was a spare mind spring we could study. Anyway.
Attempts
Okay.
to mechanically alter the internal workings of a mind spring have almost universally met with failure.
Yeah, you were saying.
Attempts to magically or mystically alter the internals of a mind spring are prohibited.
Forbidden. That makes it more fun. Is that like a legal thing, or is that just like it's just not done sort of thing?
It is a church decree.
Okay.
There is a citation for this precedent. A case file. Apparently, flipping back to the index for citations, a case that was tried 200 years ago.
What was that?
Wainwright, opposed by which one was it? Opposed by the Woven Church, upheld by the Alloyed Church. Circa 248, Third Inquisition.
Yep.
Celestine!
She's gonna win.
You turn to see a man with an impressive mustache and an even more impressively bald head looking over each of you.
Do I recognize him?
Dr. William Albany.
Dr. Algany, hello.
How have you been progressing? Yes, yes.
Yes, I've been doing wonderfully. It's been ages.
Well, let's see. Arms up.
Right. She's gonna remove her glove and kind of roll up her sleeve and kind of hold it out.
Excellent. Been taking good care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what's this? The collarbone. Dear. He begins to press 2 fingers on your collarbone and like moving closer to the center of your chest.
She just lets him.
Theo's visibly a little bit alarmed by this. Will kind of sit forward in his chair a little bit.
Has there been an incident, dear?
Sloppy workmanship.
A slight one, sir.
Slight. He pushes 2 fingers like down your sternum.
There was an eldritch creature.
Did you attempt to have it removed?
No. No, sir.
I'm sorry, dear.
There's nothing to be sorry for, sir. There is inevitability in the progression. It's only a matter of time.
And he begins to feel at your sides. The internal structures.
Yes.
Well, we knew.
That we did.
Still, does look like you have undergone some positive modification, he says, examining your arm.
Yes. I have indeed.
I believe if I could... You feel him press, like, the inside of your elbow, and it, like... It's like sort of like a funny bone feeling for just a second. Ah! And your shield springs out. Ooh.
Yes, that's a new one. I added that myself.
Impressive. Very impressive.
It was a little difficult to figure out the compartment, but well, it works.
I highly encourage you to keep working with it. It's part of you. You should be proud of it.
Yes, sir.
And who is this gentleman?
Oh, this is Theodore Wesley.
Mr. Theodore Wesley. He, he goes to put his foot up on a chair, and as he does so, his pants ride up, and you see his mechanical leg, and he makes a flourish of, like, rotating his knee 360 degrees around as he steps onto the chair, just and puts his hand out.
He will. His eyes will widen slightly at that, but nonetheless, he will. Yep, put out his hand and shake his. A pleasure to meet you.
This is Dr. William Algany. He was one of my mentors, specifically in the mechanical study.
I can
Engineer
see.
extraordinaire.
Yes.
Well, perhaps these days somewhat more ordinary. Time has been
No,
catching up with me.
well,
I'm sure that's not
catches
true.
up with us. Or...
Some things just get better with age.
Boys are flattered. Now, what have you been looking into? He's just
I
looking at
think
the
he would
different books.
sharp. He's going to sharply like. I imagine he's on like the passage about.
It
And
being forbidden.
mine's bring. Yep. Exactly. You're with me. He's just gonna like close the book very quickly. Like
She's
Just a
gonna
bit of
step in
light
front of the
reading.
table, kind of grab one of the books. Just doing some mechanical research as usual. When am I ever here for anything different?
You should come and see me sometime.
Yeah,
I can
sure,
likely help
yeah.
you with whatever you're looking into. He's looking between these very disparate books that Theo picked out.
Uh,
I
I will
like
admit-
to work. I like to figure things out for myself as much as I can. But thank you for the offer, and I will surely take it if the need should arise.
Well, if you're insistent on doing things the hard way, he pulls his foot up off of the chair and the knee rotates about another 180 degrees and he steps like puts it down sort of like in a mock soldier's attention pose.
it was wonderful to see you.
Yes. Oh! By the way,
Oh?
I just saw... Hold on. I wonder if he peeks around. Hello? Ciro! Ciro, come over here, boy!
Cece freezes.
Can I get an insight check on her?
Yeah.
Like, intuition, even. What's freaking her out? That's not bad. That's a natural 19 for a 26.
Do I roll anything?
Resolve.
Oh
Ooh.
boy, this would be a hilarious time to crit fail a resolve roll. Okay, well, it wasn't that. It's a 21.
What do you want her to do?
I think it's a very subtle freeze. Ooh, sorry. Kicked my mic. It's a very subtle freeze. Subtle enough that he notices, but her mentors definitely won't. It's almost like she's posing again. It's almost instinctive.
He'll lower his voice just enough so that the doctor can't hear. Are you all right?
There's no real time to answer as he approaches.
Good.
And you, Cece had been holding one of the books, and she just slides it down to the, back onto the table, and there are indentations of her metal fingers in the thick spine of the book. Just where she gripped it.
Just looks at her with concern, but like you said, there's obviously not enough time here to do anything else.
Look who it is! It's Celestine! Ah! Says the man. He's... Actually, I wonder if I can...
He really is Heimerdinger. I love that.
I need the proper amount of fuckboy.
Oh, it's a fuck boy. I was gonna say, like, I was just looking through the lore characters, like Cyril, and I couldn't find one. So, wait, it was Cyril, right?
Zero.
Ciro. Okay.
You suddenly get a lot of energy. A lot of giddy energy.
No. So cute.
She's like hiding her face in his chest, but she's smiling.
You manage to not run away from him, but you need to use your legs.
Yeah. She'll like almost
if-
abruptly kind of
Yeah, if she's
she'll almost
making
abruptly
like a
kind of
move,
pull
to, like,
away.
move away, then he would just allow her to do. He would allow her to do so. Absolutely,
Yeah.
he'd give her space.
And she's just gonna go. She's gonna abruptly pull away and then just like look at him and just go, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back. And she's gonna like quickly walk away.
Theo, as you, I imagine, smile.
Idiot. Yeah, he's smiling like a fucking idiot. Right now.
You begin to gather up the books.
Yep.
Just-
Yep. Yeah. Start putting them away.
And your hand stops in the last book.
Oh. Gasp. What is it?
You feel a slight brush of cold on the back of your hand. Just enough for a bit of a shiver. And you find yourself at a crossroads. You find yourself staring down a future of tranquility, peace, of letting things be and letting them fall apart when age and time come, when rust and ruin set in. You see it all out before you. Things imperfect and out of place. Lillian lost. Celestine. Quiet. But there would be peace in its own way. Your eyes move to the citation. Circa 248. Prosecuted by the Woven Church. Accusations of witchcraft. Where do you set your sights, Theodore Wesley?
You asking me this right now? Oh my God.
I'm asking you where his resolve lays his course.
What he's wanting to do in this moment?
Because before you have the peaceful option that lets things wither, or
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, at this point in time, he doesn't feel like that's his decision to make. But all he does know is that he waited before for that peace and for that happiness, and it never came, and it was ripped from him. And I don't know if at this point he's willing to let that happen again. But ultimately, it's not his decision at this point in time. but it's something that will be weighing heavily on his mind going forward.
All right. Then you have that citation.
Citation to
For the case that was like, hey, somebody did this, and it's prohibited since then.
yeah. Did it actually give any details of what it was
Nope.
specifically that they did? Fuck. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he'll put those books back and he'll wait for Cece to get back from the ladies' room.
All right.
If she ever comes back, she might have just ghosted him. Like literally, just like, I'm gone. I can't.
Cece, did you ghost Theo?
Oh, no, she's just like in the bathroom
She
trying
has
to
a
like
lot of
regain.
feeling.
She has a lot of feelings going on right now. She's just like
Oh, trust me,
in
so
the
does he.
bathroom, kind of like she definitely removed her she removed her gloves and has just splashed water on her face and is just kind of staring at herself in the mirror, holding the edge of the sink, being like, "Huh, interesting. Lots of thoughts, lots of feelings." She's been thinking she's thinking a lot of things. But then like once she finally gets her cheeks to stop being bright fucking red, she'll go back to the library, towards Theodore.
You were looking in a mirror, you say?
Yeah. What are you gonna do to me? I'm scared.
In references?
Oh boy. Ah,